woman gives food to a poor man and says, "You must be hungry." Another girl walking by sees this. Then the poor man says to the woman, "You were supposed to give me clothes." The woman says, "I had forgotten." She calls her son, and that girl says, "This woman used to be our housemaid." Then the girl walks over to the woman. The woman says, "You had gone abroad for your studies? What are you doing here?" The girl says, "Yes, I have come here for work. And you tell me, why are you feeding this poor man? I remember when I was little, you were the maid in our house. What has happened to you now? You are wearing nice clothes and gold jewelry. Has some committee come out or something?" The woman says, "It's nothing like that. Before, I used to clean houses for a living. Then I educated my son, and he became a very high-ranking officer. Today, we lack nothing." The girl says, "That's a good thing. Your son became an officer." The woman says, "If a person works hard, they will succeed one day." And the poor man speaks up, "What about my clothes?" The girl says to the poor man, "You are a worthless man, and we are talking. Be quiet or get out of here." The woman says to the girl, "Hey, what are you doing? He's poor. So what if he's sitting here?" The girl says, "This is how one should talk to poor people. He's sitting on the road. If something happens, the responsibility will fall on us." The woman says, "You are talking as if he is sitting in front of your house." The girl says, "Yes, this is my house, and I don't like any poor person sitting in front of my house." Then the girl addresses the poor man and says, "Get out of here." The woman says to the girl, "If this is your house, then it is your responsibility to feed the poor, but you are speaking rudely to them." The girl says to the woman, "You want me to help them? That will never happen." The woman says to the girl, "Your parents were very good people. They used to help the poor, and you are being so rude." The girl says to the woman, "Don't try to teach me." Then the girl tells the poor man to leave. The woman says to the girl, "This poor man will stay right here." The girl says, "I will push him out of here when the owner of this house comes." The woman says, "Let the owner come. I will see who throws him out." The girl says to the woman, "You were a worthless maid. Now you have money and you are threatening us?" The woman says, "I was a maid before, but not now. I will see who throws him out." The girl says, "Well, the owner of the house is about to arrive. I will push him out and you will just watch." The woman says, "Okay, we'll see." Then a car is seen approaching. A young man gets out of the car and sees his mother standing there. He goes towards his mother. Then the young man says to the girl, "What are you doing here?" The girl says to the young man, "Sir, I have been trying to explain to this woman for quite some time to remove this poor man from here, but she doesn't listen to me." The young man says to the girl, "She is older than you. If she has said something, then that's it." The girl says, "Sir, we cannot take this poor man inside the house to feed him." The young man says to the girl, "Whatever my mother says is correct. They are poor people. If we need to feed them, then we will feed them. If you cannot help, then don't argue." The girl says, "Is this your mother?" The young man says, "Yes, she is my mother, and whatever my mother says will be done." Then the woman addresses the girl and says, "You have a lot of wealth. When you get the chance, you should help these poor people. These people pray for you." Then the girl says, "Mother, I was wrong. Please forgive me. From now on, I will help such people." Then the mother says to her son, "Let's take this poor man inside our house and feed him." The son says, "Mother, as you command." Then everyone, taking the poor man with them, walks towards the house. This kind-hearted woman deserves a like for taking a poor man to her house and feeding him.